Let's do some off-pattern work on Rooster today. So I started up with my normal warm-up that you've seen in all my other videos. And now I'm going to walk a square. So I know I can pick those shoulders up and keep him straight, but I can also bring his shoulders to me. And eventually I'll do this exercise one-handed, but for right now he's not to that point, so I'm doing it two-handed. Then when I'm ready to change directions, I'm going to counter arc out of it and start going the other direction. Now I'm going to do the same exercise at a trot. Then this is the beginning of doing turnarounds on the fence, and eventually it's going to get him working more off of his hind end and driving out of those turns. But for right now we're just teaching him the basics of it, so I'm going to stop him so he's sat down on his hind end and then just get him to cross over his shoulder into the fence. And it's really good having these horses here as a distraction. He really needs to learn how to work and focus even with other stuff going on. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive him across the pen and drive him straight into the fence. And you can see how he doesn't try to stop before I ask him or turn into the fence at all. He just waits until I ask him to stop. When I'm running barrels in a tiny short pen and those barrels are right on the fence, I don't want him slowing down and rating and shorting me because of the fence. So I do this exercise where I drive them up into the fence and they wait for me to tell them what to do, so that we won't have that problem in the future. Now what I'm going to do is put him in a big circle and then make smaller circles inside of that, so I can move him from big circles to small circles, and I can pick that shoulder up and move it out, or I can bring it into me. And I just have more control of how he turns and where he turns. That is today's lesson in off-pattern work that we do in between pattern work days.